All right. It's that time of the year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy, Coach Lou. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this dynasty, this Michigan dynasty that we have. We're gonna go ahead and get started with episode one. Again, for those of you that are new, my dynasty is a little different. We are going to be playing against live users in a online league. Shout out Addicted to College Football. This is a long-standing league that I've been in since Madden 19. Shout out Joshua Crawford. Shout out Jordan Griffin. Shout out Don Sheffield and all the rest of the league. So this league I've been in for a pretty long while is rather competitive. So you're gonna see the ups and downs of the ebbs and flows of an addicted season. So stick with me. Some of the scores may get ugly. Some of them are going to be in our favor. Some of them will not be in our favor. Um, the recruiting battles themselves will definitely be, down to the wire. So we're gonna kick started today, man. We got this game here against Missouri. Um, Man, as you guys know by now, Ahmad Hardy is a problem. Man, this dude is a problem. We're gonna have a problem with him in this game for sure. I'm already foreseeing that. But we're gonna be doing our thing. We're gonna be featuring a rate option offense throughout this series. An offense of my own concoction. Those of you that don't know, I am a college football coach. Currently going down to the high school ranks this year, but been coaching for 7 years now at the University of Louisiana, Nicholls State University, Ottawa University in Kansas, and at the junior college level as an offensive coordinator and head coach. So that's kind of my coaching experience, and I love football in all facets, and I enjoy playing this game. I enjoy playing with competitive users. I enjoy playing in competitive leagues. So stick around for this series. We will have two other series featured on this channel, with the University of Louisiana and West Virginia. Dana Holgerson's Revenge, and here we go, getting this started right with my boy Jay Marshall. And in real life, I'm a huge Michigan fan as well, man. Um, Man, I just fell in love with that Maize and Blue as a kid. Really, I think I was around maybe 10 or 11 years old. Coincidentally, it was a game against Ohio State that I watched, and I don't know, man. There's just the pageantry of the game itself, college football. That was really my first time getting acclimated with college football during that time period. So that and ever since then, I've just been a Michigan fan. I am from Louisiana. People ask me all the time, like, how can you not be an LSU fan? How are you just so enamored with Michigan? But I don't know. It's just something that I fell in love with since a kid, and then growing up. After high school, I did apply, to the university, but I ended up going to a stateside school. But man, why we got this pause? Why he has that pause right here, man? Want to tap in a little bit about Michigan, as you guys know. New head coach Kyle Whittingham coming over from Utah. No, so there's going to be some big changes, to the roster in real life. I expect Bryce Underwood definitely to have a better season. Last year for him, 2,428 passing yards, 11 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, not great, 60% completion. So, definitely something there. And then 392 rushing yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. So, he had an okay season, I'll say, just an okay season. So, everybody had to talk about him not having a quarterback coach. And here goes Savion Hyder right here on the carry. Now, look, man, in this league, we're starting off 0-1. I'm going to show you guys some selected games, but I definitely expect to keep Savion Hyder, second bet, really the best freshman running back, 5-star running back from his class. We're definitely going to keep Bryce Underwood, man. I don't care what it costs. It can cost 300, 400 NIL. Hopefully we end up at, I'm expecting about an 8-9 win season. Scrambling right here, nothing doing. Going to go ahead and throw it out of bounds. We have that ability, that Mike Vick ability, as you see right there, to not get sacked. But, whatever the cost it is, I have Michigan. Fortunately, we had a draft for teams, and I was able to get these guys, go blue, hail the victors. But we're going to spend, we're not just going to go throw money at the wall. But I would like to retain. All right, there goes Jordan Marshall up the field. Great block right there by Frazier. That's a first down. Go blue. We will try to retain some players. We're going to overhaul this roster to make it fit this gun option offense, which is, the raid option offense, which is an air raid based offense with triple option elements, featuring a tight end. So right now, some of the offensive line, they're pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get it with Bryce, and definitely look forward to seeing Bryce run the ball in this series for sure. Of course, wear and tear is something we have to worry about. I'm not really too concerned about it. We're gonna make sure we slide. Trying not to get him smacked up like that right there. He's not Cam Newton by any means, but um, he's a big guy. Um, he's a big guy, 6'4", 228. So, but we're gonna retain Bryce. I don't care at what cost. We will get two backup quarterbacks. I will say that right now we have a five-star freshman quarterback, a five-star high school guy that we're in the running for. That was dangerous, and we pitched it out, and that's the interception. Damn. Now, see those right there, we have to work on. As a user myself, I have to work on those right there. I kind of forced it there, forced out that pitch. The defense strung it out right there pretty well. And I probably should have just kept running it right there with Bryce and taking a lick. Here goes Ahmad Hardy on the first play, and he is out of there on skates. Can we get him down? Stiffy to the face. Mama, there goes that man. 43 yards right off the rip. Man, shout out to Ahmad Hardy. Play that ULM. Boo, baby. And now he's doing his thing in the SEC. I definitely expect him to be a top, back come draft. I think maybe next season, if I'm not mistaken. I expect him to be at least in the top two backs drafted, for sure. He's definitely gonna be top two backs drafted. But in this league, that I'm in and addicted, there are a lot of great backs, man. There's Ahmad Hardy, there's Brown, from Louisville. Cody has him. We have Savion Hyder, Jordan Marshall, Jordan Ball is there in Florida. So there's a lot of backs. Josh Crawford, one of our better users, he's definitely going to have a pretty good run game as well. So there's a lot of backs, and as the state of the game right now, running is prevalent. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. So it's always great to have a great feature back, or maybe even two if you're lucky. But for us, Jordan Marshall last year actually had a great season in real life for Michigan. 932 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns. He averaged 6.2 a carry. So I do expect to feature him here, but our goal is to get Savion Hyder into Heisman consideration at least in a season or two. But going back over the roster, like I said, man, we're definitely in need of two more athletic quarterbacks as our backups. As it stands right now, the two guys we have, we're going to get rid of those guys. Tommy Carr. For all you Tommy Carr fans on here, Michigan fans, I love Tommy. He's going to be great. I think he's going to compete maybe eventually for the starting position in a year or two. But here goes the pitch. We probably should have kept that, cut it right back up with Jordan Marshall because he's like that. But that's going to be our first priority. Get two guys that can spell our guy, Bryce Underwood. We're going to hopefully get the five-star freshman for sure. It looks like we will get him. Jaden Wade and Trent Seaborn, I think, are the guys in real life. So we may change the guy's name to one of those. And then in the portal, of course, we're going to find one more quarterback. Now, we're not great pass right there. We're not looking to replace Bryce by any means. He's definitely going to be the starter for next season as well in here. But, when we go in the portal, I will look for somebody that's at least a freshman or a sophomore. At least a sophomore or a junior, to be that backup, somebody we can keep for a couple of seasons, and then hopefully, if it's somebody good enough, they can compete to start. That is a dot. It's an underthrown ball and it's picked off. We had a wide open receiver right there, and that is kind of an issue with the game right now. 97 throw power right there. We did have the seam open, booty naked open, really, to be honest, and somehow the game says that it should be underthrown. 40-yard pass. Hardy right there again, breaks a tackle, makes a man miss, but we get him to the ground on that one. 2nd and 8. 52 yards right now for him. Looks like he's coming out and wing 3 tight ends, so definitely expect him to run right here. Go ahead and bring the safety down into the box, get some numbers. He's going left. He should have probably cut that outside, but we're going to go ahead and take him down. So as you can see right there, Hardy doesn't have the craziest of abilities, but he's a hard-nosed runner. Not crazy speed. He's just a great runner. Simmons drops back. It looks like he's gonna pick up this first down. Can we smack him out of bounds? No. But that's going to be the plan right now for this series as far as the roster, and we will give you guys a recruiting update after maybe 2 episodes or so. But we're going to go ahead and press. On the defense side of the ball, we have amazing corners, but unfortunately, a lot of these guys are seniors, so that's also the second priority recruiting. Simmons scrambles out, and somehow he got out of there. Houdini, Johnny Manziel style, and he's going to go ahead and walk it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Mizzou, Austin Simmons. I'm not sure how we couldn't get him to the ground right there. That's kind of crazy. And we are down 14-0 to SEC Missouri, 20 ranked Missouri. I'm going to go ahead and try and get a score right here before the game gets too out of hand. But on the defensive side of the ball, we have a couple of five-star freshmen, 5 stars, excuse me, on the board as far as recruiting goes. May land them, may not. And if we don't land those guys, of course, the portal will definitely be vital for us to get corners, to be able to replace Jair Hill, and the rest of our cornerback unit. Jamari Eels is a freshman corner that's pretty good. We're definitely gonna rock out with him, for sure. As far as the receivers go, we will be looking for some speed, at least 2 slot receivers that will be, speedy. We're gonna keep Andrew Marsh. We're gonna keep Jamie French, unless I can find a big body 6'5", 6'6" receiver. Then we will replace French on that outside. There we go with the pass. It's dropped. It's dropped to Jamie French Jr. I don't know what's going on right there. I think that may have been me with the catch meter, and I'm still learning how to use that meter myself. 2nd and 10 right here for us, but that should have been a completion. 3-step drop back. We have an open receiver. Is that man Jamie? Actually, that's Isaiah Stewart. Now, Stewart is going to be a guy we're going to utilize a lot here. We do have the freshman Travis Johnson. We'll get him into the game a little later. So those guys, we're going to keep those guys on the roster. Jordan Marshall getting out of there, walking over the trash. 41 yards for my boy Jay Marshall. He's doing pretty well right now. It's definitely going to be tough trying to work in both of these backs, man. I'm not going to lie. Ideally, in this raid option, we want to have 3 backs. We want to have a A back and a B back. I'm going to use that terminology of Paul Johnson. So we have some shades of Paul Johnson's triple option in this offense. And Bob the Best's gun option. Shout out Bob the Best. I actually met with Bob the Best and his O-line coach to actually learn this offense for myself in real life, incorporate that into my scheme. But shout out Bob the Best. He had great tenure there at Georgia Southern. Great tenure there at Georgia Southern and at New Mexico as well as Sam Houston. So shout out him, man. He was a great source to pick his brain. I picked the brain of some of his players as well. Drop back. We're going to go ahead and toss it, and that should have been intercepted right there. But going back into this roster, so, on the defensive side of the ball, we will look for some linebackers. That will be the weakness of the defense. Rob Moore is a senior safety, probably heading off to the league. Drop back, nothing's open. Here we go. Tight end wise as well, we will replace these tight ends to get some more athletic guys. But in this offense, our cruiser, which is our wide tight end, does need to block backside on these options. Well, option side on these triple options for us. We're gonna go ahead with RPO. Nothing's there, and that was just ugly. Our tight end got caught up on our offensive lineman as he was getting pushed back. So that RPO right there may not be the best, and we're gonna go ahead and turn the ball over. My Hardy skating out of there. He breaks through the second level, and mama, there goes that man. He has gone to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Mizzou. Oh, my goodness. 107 yards on 5 carries. This dude insane, bro. I can't lie to you. 21-0. Like I said, if we don't score right here, probably before this half is over, the game is more than likely over. And that's how fast sometimes these games can go. If you don't have control of the games early, which is something we're going to want to do, then the games can get out of hand. This is a great league. I feel myself, I'm probably like an average user in the league. But that's why I want to bring you guys this exciting gameplay. Not too exciting on our side of the ball just yet, but don't worry. Trust me, we will get there. Trust the process. But yeah, we're going to definitely get some more inside backers in here. There goes Jordan Marshall, 10-yard gain. And then we were going to seek out, replacing 3 of the cornerbacks and then try to beef up this defensive line. Now, we do the defense line does feature Carter Meadows, Nate Marshall. So we have some guys on that line. John Daly, coming over from Utah as a senior, of course. So he's going to be gone. We're looking. There's nothing there. Can we scramble with Bryce? We're going to go back across the body. I feel like we should be able to make those passes right there, right? Like he was open. Maybe I stopped to set my feet a little bit, but we did run into the DB right there. So the linebacker, excuse me. So I'm not mad at that. 2nd and 10, 3:41 left to go in the half. We have to put some points up for sure. It looks like he's pressing. Maybe we can get off the line here. I have circle open. There goes that man. That's Johnny French. So really depending on how these receivers ball out, we'll see who we replace. But ideally for my offense, I would like 2 big body receivers to put in the slot, and I would like at my my H and Y spots, and we're gonna go triple option, pitched way too early. That was great defense right there. They strung it out. So really that's the best defense for them to be able to scrape and string out the pitch man, which is going to be my B receiver. Right there. We're gonna go ahead and go trio stack, get it out to Stewart, who is our fastest receiver here, 91 speed. 30 inches, we should definitely be able to pick that up. So that's what we're gonna be looking at as far as roster construction goes. Gonna want to get some more wear on the alignment. We're going right into him. Jordan Marshall stays up because he's a dog. Touchdown, go Blue. And there we go. There you have it. First touchdown of the season. Comes at really an inopportune time because we down 21. But you know, definitely expect to see more touchdowns from Jordan Marshall, Savion Hyder. Really Thunder and Lightning in the backfield. That's so damn cliche. So fucking cliche. To say Lightning and Thunder. I'll come up with a better nickname for sure. But you know, just think D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart. That's definitely the type of backfield we're looking to have for sure. Going to be giving these guys the ball on the perimeter, letting them do their thing. Now, if we can get a stop and get the ball back, we may have something here. Shout out wide receiver Caleb Goody for Missouri. He's from a town that's about 15 minutes away from me, Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. He played JUCO ball as well, man. Shout out Caleb Goody. But that's going to be the roster construction pretty much for offense and defense. On defense, we want to play, 3 high. So definitely want to get a lot of DBs in there. I like to play more coverage. I have to work on blitzing a little bit more. I'm not really too keen on that. But we have the DBs to play man and to play match. And there goes Ahmad Hardy outside. That was a great block by his right tackle right there. And we have no defenders there to that side of the field for some reason. And he's gone. He's gone. This man having a historic day. And then I did run a blitz right there. So I kind of blitzed myself out. I just want y'all to know, a blitz is not always the best run defense. A lot of times you're going to send guys and overload gaps and leave that outside C gap wide open, which is what I did right there on the stretch. There were no defenders there outside of the C gap, and he just, took it outside his tackle. So that's terrible. Sometimes a blitz can be a good run defense if you're able to, clog a gap and it's an inside type of run and you're clogging A and B gap. But right there, that was not the case. We're dropping back. We have we had a comeback that's intercepted. This game is looking like it's going to be over. He's going to pick six that back to the cribbo. Nicholas Rodriguez. 35-7. Missouri is up. We're getting our ass whooped. Hand it to us right now. This is embarrassing for me, as embarrassing as it is for you guys. So, just hang in, no. We'll get better, for sure. We will get better. All right, let's see if we can operate something right here. We're going to go ahead and shift it out. At this point, I just want to keep the ball on the ground, get out of the half. Jordan Marshall, get up out of there, stiff arm, not to be. 2nd and 6. Now look at this comparison: 66 yards, 9 carries, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns for the Ahmad Hardy, the monster. There's really nothing we can do. We feel like there's nothing we can do to slow him down. But like I said, we shouldn't have probably blitzed inside. Shouldn't have done that. At this point, we're just gonna go ahead and try to put some points up. Just try to put some points up. I'll be satisfied with that. Let me snap the ball. Get the ball snapped. But I'm pretty excited for the season for Michigan in real life. I think I'm gonna go here. Great grab. So as y'all can see right there, and then that's Jamal Browder, young receiver we have, 6'5". He's our biggest receiver. Passing the ball with Bryce is really up and down. 97 throw powers, accuracies are lower 80s, so we're gonna definitely look to build that up. And I think he's definitely going to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league and addicted. We will retain him. Like I said, I don't care what happens. We can throw 20 interceptions, 9 touchdowns, 500 rushing yards. We're gonna keep him. I probably shouldn't have forced that one right there. Unfortunately that should have been picked. But right now we're just throwing things at the wall, see if they stick. But 392 rushing yards from him last season. We're definitely going to look to kind of mimic that or get closer to 500 for him. The receiving room, Andrew Marsh, everybody knows a little bit about him. 651 receiving yards. Not a whole bunch of receivers really in Michigan history that have those 900,000 yard seasons. But he's definitely a guy that's next up for sure. 5-star freshman receiver came in. Definitely expect something from him all the way up. And we'll just see how it goes. Unfortunately, we did start this league before the roster update, so a couple of guys won't be in here. But we just have to get started with. We just have to get started, for the sake of league. All right, 1 minute 39 seconds. For the love of God, can we please not let him score again? That would be great. That'd be lovely. Mar Hardy's getting the ball. Load him up there. It looks like he's gonna go for over 250 yards on this. 200 yards for sure. And right now, run defense is not great overall in the game, but we're gonna figure it out. And there goes that man putting us on skates, and he's going to the crib again. Ahmad Hardy, what can you do about it? I don't know. You tell me. Somebody send the Air Force, the National Guard, goddamn Navy, something. Because we cannot stop this man right now. 42-7. And there's only a minute left. Now, conventional wisdom tells me to take this ball, run it out to the half. But my brain says go and score or try to. But if we do that and we go 3 and out, we just really get this ball back to this monster, Ahmad Hardy. Which is crazy because nobody else is beating us on Missouri right now. It's just Ahmad Hardy, and this game is essentially over. Unfortunately, the deficit is probably too large for us to be able to overcome. So we're gonna weather the storm. We'll tough it out though. Probably gonna end this thing a little early though. Let's go. Let's get something going. There goes Andrew Marsh. That star won't be on his name. Oh, break another tackle. Star won't be on his name long. And a terrible debut really for our boy Bryce here. 2 interceptions and only 100 passing yards. Haven't really gotten too much of him on the ground. And we're gonna go ahead and scramble on this one. Go ahead and get down. And we got tackle. Now, see, those are the type of hits, that you guys take that will add to that wear and tear instead of sliding. So right there, I should have slid a little earlier instead of taking that tackle. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try and get to half. We'll see if we can get anything out of this. Vertically, nothing's there. Oh, we have somebody open. There we go. Touchdown. Jamais French. Okay, there you go. So see, there are a little bit of sparks in this game. If you guys are tapped in, there's some sparks. You're seeing some great throws from Bryce. We had one to Browder earlier. We had one to our tight end. We had that one there to Jamais French. His second spectacular catch. So passing game wise, right now I'm not showing everything air raid wise because we are down. So right now we're just going real vertical. But in a more ideal world, we'll be a little bit more balanced as far as passing the ball. But we are definitely going. We're gonna want to be run first. That's gonna definitely be our identity. So I don't care who knows, whoever watches this stream, this video. We're gonna pound the ball. We have two great backs. Our best players are our running backs and our quarterback. So we're gonna let them, do their thing. But going into the next season, we're definitely gonna add to this wide receiver room and elevate that. So we are able to, run our mesh, run stick more effectively, run full first, one wide cross. Really want to get heavy into wide cross on here out of some different formations. But I would like to have more speed. Like I said, our fastest receiver is 91. And speed is king. My Hardy's breaking tackles. He's breaking tackles. Okay, can we get this man to the ground? 245 yards, fellas. 9 carries. This shit is unheard of. Obscene, really.
Job by this defense.
14-42. While we have a little break in the action, man, I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys for being tuned in. We're gonna try to give you guys some great content. Like I said, we're gonna have 2 other series going pretty soon. The West Virginia series, I just found a really good league, and those guys are waiting for the roster update in the patch. So that league is going to probably be running simultaneously with this Michigan one, and then after that, after a short period of time, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys the University of Louisiana one, the Cajun one, which would be a smaller one in a smaller league, 2-star league. West Virginia, I'm pretty sure will be in a 3.5 league and under, and then here in Addicted is just pretty much open. Now, how things work in Addicted, under the great leadership of our leader Joshua Crawford, we do have a few teams that are open for guys to scale up to. So, the Miamis, the Alabamas, the Oregons, the Ohio States, the LSUs, nobody was able to take those type of programs. So we did leave a little lanyard, for guys to be able to scale to as far as, getting those sort of jobs, if they're made available. So we're going to definitely keep you guys up to date on how that goes. I'll give you some updates on the league and how that goes as well. I can tell you right now, we have the USC user who's doing really good recruiting wise. He has like the number 1 and number 2 cornerback in the recruiting cycle this year. So definitely some exciting things to see from Reese in USC. Right now, I think Josh has Crawl has Maryland probably undefeated. So we'll get into that once we cross there. It looks like he's taking Ahmad Hardy out of the game. And we're going to take you guys down to this third quarter, and that'll probably be it. But Ahmad Hardy's out of the game, which I'm not sure if that's good for us, but, he's going to be cautious of the wear and tear. So right now, all we're really looking for is to just play the game, not get anybody injured. He has his back, Jamal Robertson. So yeah, just look for more sparks right now. And really that's it. And try not to get pelted more. That is terrible. Oh my goodness. And as you guys can see on my user right there, I just flopped to the ground for some reason. I tried to switch back over to that linebacker after he just stiff armed him. and we just gave up another touchdown. We're definitely going to have to play better defense if you want to be competitive in this league. Um, and we will get there. Rome wasn't built in a day, so we just want to be competitive. My goal personally is uh, you know 9-10 wins, and a bowl win. That's my goal right now. I would like to get into the playoffs as well. If we can get in there with 9 or 10 wins, I'm not quite sure, but and then of course to compete for a conference chip. We're gonna keep the ball on the ground here. Jordan Marshall, we should have broke that run right there. The tight end cleared the lane for us. 73 rushing yards right now for our guy, no touchdowns. Amal Hardy pretty much has 300 damn rushing yards on us, but we'll just see how this goes, man. I'm really grateful for having the time to be able to do this and be in such a connected league. 2nd and 9, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. We're gonna go ahead and keep it into Maryland, and we fumbled the ball. You cannot make this up. Now EA is against us. You all seen this live. EA is against us. There is no way a running back like Jordan Marshall should be fumbling. There's just no way. And we're on conservative. We always keep our run game on conservative because we have some pitches and triple options. There's no way, man. There's no way. Let's get us out of here. Get us out of here. We're not gonna show you guys this fourth, man. We're gonna get on up out of here. And we're still having issues stopping the run. Now that's odd though. Defensive line wise, yeah, we will bring in some more defensive ends to compete with our young guys. But at the D tackle spot, we're actually pretty solid. So we really just have to figure out this linebacker group. Shoot the gap right there. We're finally able to get him on the ground. There goes a fumble right back for us. Okay, EA. Making up for the BS. I'm not mad at you. Our boy Bracy on the recovery, the safety. That's a great tackle right there. I'm not sure how we were able to strip him from the ball standing up. As you guys can hear my cat Pepper in the background. Hush up. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Not really sure what else I can show you guys. Like I said, we're gonna just try to get out of this quarter with our dignity intact. 150 passing yards, only 75 rushing yards for us, and that's not what we want our game to look like at all by any means. He only had 60 passing yards, 299 rushing yards, 200 of those by Mr. Hardy himself. So, ideally, we want to always be in control of our games. There goes Jordan Marshall. He's showing off his skates right there. Can we bring it to the crib? Not quite the fastest guy. Nice little stiffy right there. I believe he's at 90 speed. 122 rushing yards. So actually a pretty good day for Jordan Marshall. We want to try to get Savion Hyder the ball a little bit more though. As we can see, Jordan Marshall's a little tired right here. But he's going to end his day, his campaign with a good rushing day. Would have liked to get him more rushing touchdowns. 246 for Amal Hardy. Well, that's fine. But ideally, I think for this offense to work for us, and there goes Savion with the burst, the shiftiness. Now, I think he does have shifty on him. If we can find another back with shifty in the portal, another scat back, and then there goes. Thought we could break a tackle there. If we can find another A back, which are going to be our scat guys, like Savion Hyder, just one more guy, I think we're going to be in great shape. And that's a touchdown right there to Jamie French. Really great game for him. That's a tight end Hansen, on the corner route. I did have Savion underneath on the flat route, but, beggars can't be choosers. And this is not a bad way to end the half to go ahead and down here and get a score. It's just a little too late, But like I said, ideally, we want to be in control of our games. We want to be able to play at a couple of different tempos. We'll move fast when we need to move fast. We have our foot on their necks. And if we have a more dangerous opponent, we do have the ability to hold on to the ball, I feel like, with our run game. So really, we want the ball to always be in our court. On defense, ideally, I would like to just play a lot of good coverage and have some good coverage out there. But right now, stopping the run is kind of paramount right now. 41-29, minute and 9 seconds to go. Be sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. That means a lot. Doesn't take that much for you guys to support. It goes a long way for me, doing this, making these edits, and and taking time out of my day and schedule to give you guys this content and to to show these ass whippings that I get. But hey, I promise, we're gonna be on this end of this, but we'll be on the other end as well. We'll definitely win some games as well. I kid you not, I promise. Like I said, really the goals for me the first season, of a brand new game is always to kind of find my footing, try to win at least that 9-10 games that first season, get a good class in, which I think we're going to definitely be able to get a good class in, and try to compete for a conference-ship. We have some good users in our conference. We have USC, we have Penn State, we have Maryland with Josh, we have Reese, who has USC, Henry has Wisconsin, so he's always a wild card user, and we're just not able to stop the run for some reason. So some good users, and of course we have our CPU in Ohio State and Indiana, so they're definitely going to be formidable. I'm not really going to be big on showing you guys CPU games. That's not what I'm here for. There's plenty other content creators that play the computer. Now the Ohio State game, more than likely I will stream that and we'll show that game. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We have Texas on the schedule. We should be able to take care of them. But yeah, Ohio State, which is the game. Of course, we have to show you guys that. And that is one of my AD expectations, of course, to beat that school up there, to beat Ohio, that red school. But other than that, I don't think I'll give you any other CPU games. That'll be the same pretty much in the other leagues, unless it's like a rivalry game, And we just left the seam wide open. And right there, I got caught in cover 3, so my seams were a little weaker. But we're going to figure this defense thing out. And, we'll get back to you guys on the next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in, for tapping in. Again, shout out Josh Crawford. Shout out everybody that's in Addicted that makes this thing work from the top down. Shout out Mike Sanderlin, who was, really the founder of Addicted. Hope everything's going well with you, man, with you and the fam. But hey, football season is upon us, man. It's right around the corner. NFL preseason is coming up. We have a few more weeks or at least a week until week 0 of college football. So we're going to see how that goes. Savion Hodder, let's go get up out of there. Yes, sir. We're going to try to balance this guy out, get him some more carries, man. We got to get him carries. It's not a 1A. It's more of a 1A, 1B situation really for us with these guys. And then we have our third back. It's probably going to be Kapana. We may feature him a little bit. But 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Bryce in his debut. We're probably going to rack up a little bit more in the fourth. But really, that's it for you guys. We'll get to the end of this drive, and that'll be it. We'll call it wraps on episode 1. It's not the outcome we wanted for sure. But we can only go up from here. For right now, I'm going to try and push the ball down the field, see if we can get anything right here into the seam. We have a receiver open, and that's a pick. I should have went to R1. That was a dumb pass by me. We're going to go ahead and end it there. Again, like, subscribe, and share. See you guys next time. Coach Lou out.
Should be able to take care of business here. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.